This Florida mother is charged with 2 counts of first-degree premeditated murder. Cops say she turned on her 2 beautiful teenage children, shooting each with a gun she'd bought 5 days before. Prosecutors say she shot each one twice, once in the head and then once in the mouth, because they were, quote, too mouthy and sassy. Just hours ago, the prosecutor told jurors this was not a decision made by somebody in the heat of passion or during a mental break. They say Julie Schenecker planned the entire crime and wrote about it in her journal. She even wrote down her confession.
Some of the things she wrote is, I did all my duties, then went to buy a gun. I was planning on a Saturday massacre. Calix, she gets it first. I've offed Bo on the way to practice. He saw the gun and told me to put it back in the purse. He had a healthy fright. I accidentally shot the window. They shot him one extra shot through the side of the head. Then when we got home, a shot to his mouth because he became so mouthy, just like Calix.
This is nauseating. The defense then launched its own shockers, telling the jury Julie Schenecker was molested at age 6 and again as a teenager, and claiming she was powerless against her bipolar disorder. Do you buy it? Is she really insane, or is she a sadistic murderess? Call me 1-877-JVM says, 1-877-586-7297. We have a fantastic Lion's Den debate panel ready to hash this out. So starting with former prosecutor Wendy Murphy. Is she a cold-blooded killer, or is she completely insane?
Well, she may be a little fruity, but she executed the children intentionally with a plan and a purpose, knowing it was wrong. That is evil. I mean, I don't know if Bullet is the new soap, so her kids are mouthy. Boom. I don't care, frankly, if she's got a few screws loose. She probably does. Nothing to do with whether she is guilty of an evil, premeditated crime. No excuses here.
Now, Dr. Lawrence Kobylinski, a famous forensic scientist who's really examined so many of these kinds of cases, do you agree with Wendy Murphy that she's an evil, sadistic killer? Or is she crazy?
I do not agree. This is a terrible tragedy with the loss of 2 young children, teenagers. But when you think about it, this is a woman who has a long history of mental illness. She was at NIH at the hospital for her depression. She had developed a tardive dyskinesia, a shaking disease, because she had been treated with some kind of antipsychotic medication. This is a very sick woman, and even though there's a lot of evidence that this was very premeditated, the matter of the fact is that the question is she thinking clearly? Is she hearing voices?